Wait. Are we live? Yes, are we live? Come on, StreamYards, are you there? Streaming WeMeYards 044. Hello, everybody. Hello. Today it is Sunday, January the 14th, 2024. I am Mr. Broon, or Private Broon, and I trust you all doing very well today. On this evening's live stream, we will be discussing the goings on last year in the entertainment and on the social media. It was a year where things happened in Hollywood, and unfortunately, more bad stuff happened in real life. Oh dear. So, as I always say, if you've not shut down for the evening, lots to get through. Shall we get the guests out? Couple are running late, so bear with us. You know it, let's do it. First, all the way from the land of Texas Shire, she's the queen of this channel. It is Reni L.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Hello.
No?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Reni L?
Muy bien. Or muy bien. Sorry, I mixed
muy
my
bien,
French
muy
and
bien.
Spanish.
Yeah, muy bien. I've been learning Spanish for 7 years and I still can't speak it. Are you well?
Pendejo. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad. Not too... God, it's cold in Blighty.
It is in Tejas, dude. It's supposed to snow, and I say supposed to because you never know what you're going to get here. So
it's going to snow this week, apparently, over here. There's going to be an Arctic blast.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. Winter weather and Arctic blast.
You do it differently in America, though, do you? You could like nuclear thermograde ice storm, mega hydrogen bomb blast.
I think you're thinking about the people that drive in it, which I would have to agree, especially after the 100-car pileup we had a couple years ago in the ice storms. People just don't know how to drive in Texas on the ice, man. It's terrible. So
I'm right, you're wrong. Está muy frío. That's it's very cold, I do believe.
I believe that is correct.
Yeah. Yes. I
understand more than I speak, so
yes. So you're well, yes.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well other than being cold, but you know what? I'll take being cold over being hot because I've got a heater and I've got a fireplace, so I'm good to go.
My Wi-Fi isn't. We've got a order 66 people watching us. Wow. Shall we get next peep out?
Let's do it.
Okay. It says here from a VPN far away, but he's I think he's shut down. So here he is, the partner in crime of the guest who isn't here yet. It is Lifesaver again, Professor Artoo.
Greetings, Brune.
Hello, my friend.
I was just doing my best.
Not Brian
impression there for you. You might enjoy. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight?
Yeah, pretty good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Sorry. Donde está la Pasquini? Where is the? Anybody know?
The fish.
No, it's pescado.
That's fish. Sorry, I tuned out for 2 seconds. I just realized what you were saying.
How are you doing, Artoo? Everything good with you, my friend?
Everything's good. A little bit of snow, a little bit of ice around these parts, but we're making it just fine. We're prepared for those kinds of things, so we just go on with life.
So, As you do.
As we do.
So it's good to have you on, my friend. Shall we get the last guest out for the time being?
The last one for the time being, yes.
Okay,
bring it on.
Hopefully. And last but by no means least, he is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. Old Grumpy draws himself, although it's me today. It is the Mega Geek himself, Ian David Diaz.
I'm not grumpy. Why do people say I'm grumpy?
See, you gonna make him grumpy if you keep calling him grumpy, bro.
Yeah.
See, they're all coming in. Look,
I'm never
Coming in
grumpy.
hot.
Guys, am I grumpy? I don't
Not
think
today.
question for the chat: is the Mega Geek grumpy?
so. Grumpy. I
Why
don't
for
think
yes? Why for no?
Oh, that's
Why
bullshit.
for yes? Why for no?
That's rigged.
It's rigged.
I'm putting it in the chat. It's fucked up.
Let's see. Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Um,
The next question. Are you doing all right, Ian? Yes, I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
Nameless no name. Go fuck themselves. Yes. Oh, it's 50-50.
Well, that's
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I
It
said
don't
no,
matter.
Ian. So
yes.
I tried.
mega grumpy. Yes.
Well, at least I've got a brand.
We've got a new
Mega
face.
grumpy.
I love seeing new faces. Oh, sorry. Chat moved up.
Remember, there used to be a show called New Faces. Do you remember that, Brown?
I do, yes.
Yeah,
You're
before
a star,
X Factor. Yeah,
superstar,
before X
all
Factor.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Tight to say nun's chuff.
What's that mean? Oh, hello.
Oh, dude.
No.
I just read it in my head and I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah. So you well, Ian?
Yeah, I'm fine. Doing all right. Working my
How's
ass off as always.
how's Rebecca Gold going?
It's going. It's still moving, and I'm hoping to complete it this year. So,
woohoo.
well, I'm
Ooh.
hoping anyway. I might actually have to put up a Kickstarter, not Kickstarter. What's the other one called?
GoFundMe?
Which we've
Indiegogo?
already got.
Indiegogo, because
Oh,
Kickstarter.
Indiegogo.
Because Kickstarter, if you do a Kickstarter and you don't reach your goal, they don't give you anything.
What?
But
So
yeah,
where does the money go?
No,
In their
no. So
pockets?
it goes it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. The actual place itself takes a small fee, but you don't get them. You have to reach your target to get the money.
It's an all or nothing thing where
Yeah.
if you don't hit your
GoFundMe's
goal, they never collect. So
That's
yeah,
right.
you can do it a little bit differently with Indiegogo and some of the other
Yep.
platforms.
Yeah, Indiegogo's different. So yeah, I'm doing
GoFundMe's a
Indiegogo.
good one. They pay you monthly.
Yeah, they have been. So there you go. A lot of people have actually paid. Actually put some money in my GoFundMe, which is really nice to them. Yeah, it's really nice of them. So that's cool. There you go.
Okay.
Well, at least yours is a legit GoFundMe. Most of them are bullshit. So
allegedly.
just be careful with.
Okay.
No, in my experience, they are. But just saying. Sorry. Go on.
Thank you. Okay. Shall we proceed?
Proceed.
Do it.
Okay. I'm at 6s and 7s here, folks. Good evening, chats. Good evening.
Never did understand what that meant.
Good evening. TBA 31. We'll be back on the musings next week. Or maybe give it a different name. I don't know. TBA 31, folks. Number 31. Number 31. This is the second half of last week. The backlog from last year. So please like, share, subscribe. In memory of Tim. I will also say one of my friends died this week, which was a shocker. I will say rest in peace, Debs. Rest in peace. In memory of Tim and definitely in memory of Debs. Okay, so
getting to that age, isn't it, where a lot of your friends start kicking the bucket.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Very sad.
This one was a genuine shocker though, but 2023.
Number 23.
Best top 10. These are compiled from a few posts in the community section, some of the peeps in the DMs on Twats. What else? And some of the kind of popular things over the year, which I've kind of picked up on. So, should we just get into it?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well rip off the proverbial Band-Aid.
Nothing scientific here, folks.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Move along.
Number 10.
Move along.
New entry, number 10.
What is number? Oh, hello. Oh, okay. What's his name again?
Ray
Stevenson.
folks.
Stevenson, yes.
He was a good actor. He played the Punisher, didn't he?
Oh, he's
in
great.
one movie.
Yeah, in one
he
of
is
the
the
movies.
Punisher. I remember him first from the Rome television series that was on. It was on HBO over here. I don't know where it was in the UK, but yeah, that's where I remember him from first. Fantastic actor. Yes.
Absolutely. First thing I saw him in was the King Arthur movie with Clive Owen and Keira Knightley. He played Dagonet. Perfect portrayal of one of the knights of King Arthur's. I thought he was great. And
Dexter as well. Wow.
Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff. He was also in The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. He was the bad guy. Yeah, always captivating in every scene that I've seen him in. So great actor.
Unfortunately,
he missed.
He went out with Ahsoka. So that was his last thing. It's a shame he's going to be remembered for that, but there you go.
He was the reason why he's just in this list, latecomer, folks, because he didn't do a lot really in Ahsoka, but what he did, he was just streets above everybody else, just so good, just properly chewing the scenery up.
Just really the only thing worth watching in that whole show.
He didn't even say anything in the last episode, did he?
No, he wasn't given much, but he really used what he got, and he played it well.
I think we said at the time that the best thing was what was his apprentice? Was it Shin
Hottie?
Shin Hottie.
Shin Hottie. Yeah. Really?
Hat. She was as well. They should have done a series just with them. It'd have been fantastic. Or wouldn't it have been?
Wouldn't have been.
I think it would have been.
Maybe not Ahsoka based.
That's right. It would have been shite.
No matter what.
Manuel Grell, Billie Eilish, yes. Shin won, yes, definitely won. So it was a shock. It was a shocker. He was on a film set, wasn't he? Somewhere warm, if I remember correctly, and he just fell ill. That was it.
Yeah.
Was it Malta or somewhere like that? Or am I getting my locations mixed up? But I think it was a genuine shock, wasn't it?
Just goes to prove, doesn't it? It could happen anytime.
Wasn't he like 58? He didn't even hit 60, if I remember correct. Yeah.
It's just a shame he's here we go, Typhoon, yeah. Oops, sorry. Italy. Not Brian, estrogen poisoning. That was definitely the Ahsoka connection, yes.
As I say, he could have had the shot and died suddenly. That's all I'm going to say about that. 58's pretty young.
Probably more estrogen, but moving on. Okay, so it's just a shame he went out. His last thing we're going to see him in was the shit show that was Ahsoka.
That's a real shame.
Best thing in the show, but anyway, okay. So number 10, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson, folks. Okay, so let's see what's next. Number 9.
RoboDoc.
Who saw the RoboDoc?
No, I know somebody did see it. Yeah, and said it was really good. So I've got to watch it. Apparently
I heard it was great. But what network is it on?
That's a good question.
Well, thanks, guys.
Actually, it's on.
Yeah.
I think it's on Amazon. No, it's on Apple. Apple.
Apple, is it a charge or is it just free
Apple
if you have
TV.
Apple TV?
I think
Okay.
it's. I don't know.
I'll
Apple
just
TV.
say ooh. Yeah, so good. Not Brian in the chat. Brilliant.
Not
Yeah.
Brian is brilliant.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
You can actually buy it as well. I think it's on Blu-ray. And here you go, rest in peace. You can
Made
buy
by
it
the
on
fans, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a proper love letter to RoboCop. 4 episodes. I think the episodes were about an hour and a bit. So it was a good 4.5 hours of documentary. It was fantastic. Oh, look who's here, everybody.
Yay!
Hello, Z.
Hello, everybody. I'm very, very sorry about being late here. I asked Kippers to help me with my microphone settings, and my computer blew up.
Oh.
Oh,
Don't ask him then. He's got the force, you know.
Well,
I
at least you're okay, Z. That's
I'm
the important
absolutely
thing.
fine. Hello,
I just thought
everybody.
he had a programming issue or couldn't reboot properly and function.
Or maybe Uncle Owen's dick was caught in his.
Sometimes while he's rebooting, Uncle Owen takes some liberties. So
yeah, I was,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if I've got computer aids.
a whole bucket full.
Z, if I may, shall we just flick back quickly to...
Oh, yes, please. I love flicking on things.
Yes.
He likes reruns.
This was number 10 of the best. Ray Stevenson. Any thoughts?
He was wasted in Ahsoka, and it's so saddening that this was his final role.
That's what we said.
Mm-hmm.
If they really want to do an Ahsoka season 2, they have to recast him. It's sad, but the character is integral to season 2, I would have said. So, who would you recommend?
I recommend they don't make season 2.
Yes, I
Yeah,
also
there you go.
recommend that.
Yeah, don't make it. But is it going to be made then or not? Or is it just one of these...
Here's hoping not.
It's rumoured, but mind you,
Yeah.
Disney Lucasfilms shits out a lot of rumours, none of which
Yeah.
come to fruition. Patty Jenkins.
Harrison Ford. God. Ugh.
Harrison Ford.
Okay, so Ray Stevenson, a big loss. Yes, Z.
Definitely.
Big loss. Okay.
He had the spark there to be something great within the Star Wars universe, but it was slightly snuffed out far too soon.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to number 8. So RoboDoc. Z, did you see RoboDoc?
That was number 9, Brown. You
Oh,
said
sorry,
8.
number 9. Sorry.
I have not seen it as yet. It is on the list.
Anybody else? This is going very well, by the way. Anybody else?
No. As I said, my friend saw it and he said it was great, and it was financed by a lot of fans. So
Yeah.
it's not made by, and a lot of the good interviews in there as well with a lot of people. So
They're all there. They're all there. The surviving cast and the people who made it.
They did the same thing with the Navigator as well. They did
Really?
documentary on the Navigator, with all the people that's still alive. So it seems to be a fan thing now. They can make a documentary.
I genuinely think the producers were surprised just how well received RoboDoc was.
Well, not really, because my friend, who's a friend of Keith's, really, she did the Ghostbusters documentary, and they spent 3 years doing that.
Wow.
Damn.
Chasing down people, chasing down the actors and stuff like that. And after 3 years, it was completed. So, fans do go out of the way to do it.
Yeah, another fan doc that I saw this last year was A Disturbance in the Force. And if you see that one, that was the fan documentary done about the Star Wars holiday special. It was actually quite good.
Okay then, folks. So if you're into RoboCop, obviously there's so much love for RoboCop. How many years is it now? It was 87. So what's that?
Oh,
That's
damn.
4. That's 30. Is that 37 nearly?
47, right?
I don't
Oh, wait, no,
37.
37. Earth to South.
I'm right. You're wrong.
What? That's the first time for everything.
Twice in 1 hour. Amazing.
Oh, give me a break.
So if you're into RoboCop, folks, thoroughly recommend RoboDoc.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've
Ian?
seen it. It's
Oh,
quality.
good.
It is quality.
right.
Yeah, it is quality.
If you are it, can you send it to me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, same here, please.
there are rumours that they're going to do RoboCop 2. I've heard because of the success of this one. Yeah, it's fantastic. Cool. Check it out, everybody. Mr. Brown recommends. Number 8. New entry.
That's what she said.
8?
Okay.
Is this season 2? Is it?
No, season 1.
Yep. Season 1's 2022.
Is it?
Yeah. So why is this up? Because this was
because then I've obviously fucked up everybody.
I was going to say
everybody was talking about this though.
A long time ago, they were talking about it.
That was like so yesteryear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 2021.
There you go.
What?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm only human, folks.
Barely.
I'm only
human. Boomer.
I'm only human.
Yeah. I still haven't finished it, so it's new to me.
Why has everybody been talking about it last year then? Or did I just totally fucking zone out?
Well, no, the trailer for season 2 aired. So,
right. So maybe that's why they're talking about it.
Weeks ago.
Every time I turned YouTube on, people were talking about Arcane. I must have just been totally fucked, everybody, which would be too far from the truth.
Everybody's putting a B in the chat for you, Boomerang.
In fact, I'll do it myself. Bear with me. Sorry, folks. Here we go.
Thank you,
Some people
chat.
say authenticity is the key to success on YouTube. I'm authentic. I'm a complete fucking idiot. Okay, so
let's just say that Arcane was a big story in 2023, and it was something that we loved in 2023.
Oh God, you're so professional.
There you go.
Got your ass saved by a droid, sir.
Oh yeah, Artoo is the cleverest one.
He is. I knew one day folks. I knew one day I'd be found out. Moving on. I still haven't seen it, even though how many years did you say it was? 2 years?
2021, November, October.
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Have I been in a time warp then?
Yes.
Oh, now we're gonna have to sing the song.
The time warp again.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Jump.
Did Ian
It's just a
sing?
jump to the left. Or
I did, yes.
Bloody hell.
Wow. We know what it takes to put a tune in his heart.
Oh,
okay. I will say
I love
then,
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
This is the top 10 2023 alternative timeline. Okay, so Artoo, thoughts on Arcane?
Well, like I said, I haven't actually finished it yet. I think I've got 2 episodes left, but it is fantastic. I really enjoyed the storytelling. There's some great characters. There's a lot of archetypes that you've probably seen in other media and stuff there, but that's fine as long as they're embodying those with interesting characters and interesting stories. I'm really pleased with it. I need to wrap up the last couple episodes of that first season here soon, but I do, I also was hearing a lot about this past year. I was hearing a lot of it, and I think a lot of it was people bugging Little Platoon to watch it. So,
I think that's where I've got confused a little bit. But anyway, I am confused anyway. But what you've seen so far, you recommend it, yes? You think it's great?
It's quite good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I could care less about League of Legends.
A definite highlight of 2023, yes.
Look at Brian's comment.
Nice, Brian.
Mic drop by not Brian.
Oh.
Yeah, Brian, where the fuck are you? There you go, not Brian. Next on the top 10 of 2023, The Boys season 1. Yeah, it was a good season as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good season. Yeah.
We're never going to let you live this down.
Oh, there's a lot of
Nope.
things that. There's a lot of things. Ian,
Mm.
Arcane, seen it?
Yeah, I've seen all of it. It was okay. Everybody was going on about how great it was and stuff like that. I thought the animation was really good. I thought it was just okay, though. I mean, there is a lot of woke stuff in there. A lot of people don't mention that. A lot of women bosses in there. In fact, there's the male guys there's a male actual villain in there, but it was all right. I found it enjoyable in parts, and I thought the animation was really good in this. It's just like I went to see Godzilla -1 and everybody was saying it was so great. I went to see it and I thought it was just okay. It wasn't as great as everybody was saying it was.
I liked it, but I thought it had too much human element and not enough Godzilla, and I stick by that.
You're right, though. You're right.
Yeah,
but
I don't go to a Godzilla movie for the fucking plot line. I go to see Godzilla tear shit up, son.
You're taking the piss out of me. Bastards.
That's why we
You
love
set
our chat.
bastards.
They're amazing.
I want to see Godzilla ripping through Tokyo townships, killing hundreds of thousands of
Yes!
people. I don't want this nonsense human story.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like the new Godzilla that's coming here in another month or so is more your
I
flavor
don't
than
like
it is.
I don't like the Americanized ones.
It was good, but
Sorry.
it kind of lagged in the middle, Godzilla +1. But it was
Yeah.
good. I did feel for the characters in the film. So
Z, so Arcane 2023 highlight, yes, amazing.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've not watched Arcane, everybody, superb 2023. What a highlights.
And we'll be
Amazing.
reminding you again in another 2 years.
Well, I think I'm in the golden bin for next year, so I've just jumped
Yeah.
in. So yeah,
Light the fire. Yep.
The golden bin for 2024 has been sorted already, folks, and we're 2 weeks in. Moving on. Okay. Boomer.
Number 7.
7.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Oppenheimer.
First of all, was it last year?
Yes,
It
you are
was.
indeed
Was
correct
it?
on this one. Yes.
Am I? Did I just...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You're right for once. We're good.
It wasn't like acid trip or anything when I went to the cinema.
Well, I mean, you could have done that
Oppenheimer.
and it probably would have been spectacular. But
Yes. Okay. So, who would like to go first?
me.
Yeah, go on then.
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, even though I pretty much know the story of Oppenheimer. It was quite enjoyable. I watched it in IMAX. Highly recommend if for some reason it comes back again to theaters, watch it in IMAX. That's the best experience in my opinion. I know some people complain that Hans Zimmer's score was a bit loud, but I thought it was pretty perfect, except for there were just a couple areas where it overshadowed the dialogue, but the storytelling method was great and the effects were amazing.
Apparently, I've got this one wrong as well. 1945. Thinking man's joke, everybody. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we like, RRTNZ.
I've been burgled, which is never nice. Pew boobs.
Yeah.
Borderline. Ian?
I don't really fancy her at all. I don't think anyone does, really. Let's face it. She ain't that great looking.
Is she a good actress? Sorry, is it actor though? Is she
Actress.
a good actor?
She's an actress. Yes, she's okay. As far as I can tell.
Yeah, she's all right.
I found her character the most annoying part of the story.
Well, it was part of his makeup, wasn't it? That he
It
was
was.
doing that, wasn't he? But it was okay. I liked the film. I enjoyed it in the cinema. I tried to sit through it on watching it on my TV, but I couldn't. 15 minutes in, I was bored. So it just goes to show. Yeah, just goes to show it's a movie experience kind of movie.
Yeah.
So.
Romeo Tango November Zulu, best film of 2023. Hans Zimmer didn't do the score at Reni
I thought
L.
he did. It sounded
It was
like a...
Ludwig Göransson. So you've been wrong 3 times in 1 hour. That's just mind blowing.
Don't get used to it. It's not a typical thing. Okay. I could swear because Nolan uses Hans Zimmer every time, and that might
Usually
have just
they
been
do,
an assumption of mine. Plus, it sounded like a Zimmer score. So
I think Göransson's a prodigy of Zimmer.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Zimmer frame.
Yeah. Ian, anything more to add about the movie?
Just I think it's a cinema thing, and you should watch it in the cinema. As I said, I tried watching it on TV. 15 minutes in, I was like, no, I can't watch this. So it's a cinematic experience, and it's very enjoyable in the cinema if you ever get the chance to see it in the cinema. That's about it, really, on that one.
Z, you've not seen it yet, have you?
No.
Artoo, have you seen
no,
it?
still haven't seen it. Waiting for it to finally hit streaming. It looks like it'll be out here in a couple of weeks, streaming wise. So get to see that.
I think I've read somewhere that it's doing quite well in the awards, and the Oscar nominations are not out yet, are they?
No.
No.
I think what I read somewhere that if it's just basically going to clean up if it gets nominated.
No, I thought that was the Marvels. I thought the Marvels was going to.
It did well at it did well on the it won awards, didn't it?
Thank you, my friend.
What is the not the Grammys? What am I talking about?
Writers
Guild,
Emmys, Golden
Globes. It did well in the Emmys, didn't it? The Golden Globes, that was it. It did well then, didn't it? So that's a surefire thing that it's going to do well in the Oscars. Apparently, they say so. Okay.
I enjoyed. Was it 3 hours?
Yeah, it was 3+ hours, right?
Yeah,
or almost 3 hours, maybe.
I enjoyed the movie. As I said, it wasn't doing anything else. Sorry, it wasn't doing anything that we've not seen before. It was just telling a decent story. No messaging, no blah blah blah, no representation and all that stuff. It's just doing normal movie stuff that we were used to.
The performances were terrific as well.
Yeah. I had the when the atom bomb went off and it was supposed to be, obviously they were making a big thing of it that it was practical. I just didn't quite get the landing for me. But other than that, it was okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's just good to get out of the house and watch some decent cinema. Bombed in Japan though, apparently.
Oh, come on, Brown. Twice. But anyways.
Okay, so what number was that? I'm boomering again.
8.
Anyone?
7.
7.
Oh,
Okay,
man. When the girl can do better math than the guys, it's just sad.
No, girls can always do better math than guys.
Supposedly, men are better at math than women. At least that used to be the scientific belief. Anyways,
not true. Not true anymore.
Men are better cooks, apparently. Okay. So Oppenheimer.
Open your Heimer. Yeah.
Brown does it 24/7 for money.
Peace or utter destruction. I enjoy Brown's jokes. Somebody's got to.
Yeah.
Is that another soccer count, Brown?
Yeah. Okay.
Who's the guy who said the last remark? Didn't he know that Captain Kirk has been banished from Star Trek?
Oh.
Don't even get me
I
started on
know.
that one.
Yeah, because
Don't.
Shatner's constantly pissing him off, and he gives no fucks. I think it's funny. Shatner is savage for a 90-something-year-old dude, man.
He's based.
Yep.
He is.
AF.
Okay, let's move on then. It'll win the Oscars.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Star Trek Picard.
No,
Ah,
I did
Picard.
double check this. This was right at the beginning of the year, wasn't it?
it was.
Once, yeah.
It was.
You actually got it in the right year, so we're doing good so far.
And it wasn't the episode where he said, "I love you, Data."
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Now, Franco is a little upset, so I think Brown is just including season 3, not the first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's just season 3. Everybody, it was
Yeah.
the just the I don't know.
Proper Star
it had a
Trek.
lot of work to do to dig itself out of that hole from the first
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
You know what,
That
though?
second season. Oh,
I didn't watch the second season, but I'm glad I waited to watch this season until after I started hearing some positive comments about it, because I'm like, oh well, the first one sucked. The second one sucked twice as much from what I heard. I'm not watching this one. And then
Blowed
people
hard,
started saying,
yes.
yeah, worse than a porn star, right? But like, you know,
Did?
I was like, once I started hearing all these great things about it, even from RMB, who is very passionate about Star Trek, that I'm like, well, then maybe it's actually pretty decent. I'll give it a shot. And hubby's a Trekkie, so we watched it together, and he was pleasantly surprised that it was fairly enjoyable. So, as was I.
Franco Walker, even season 3 wasn't that good. I'd kind of agree with Franco, but we were just happy to have something that was half decent.
yeah,
It was
some
actually
half decent
enjoyable.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we were happy to get some things, you know, that we could enjoy versus
I
wanting
mean,
to blow our brains out watching
it wasn't perfect.
No.
There are lots of
No.
things that they did in this season which I just rolled my eyes on, like flying the Enterprise like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
dumb.
that was,
You know,
that was
Data, bloody Data, frigging old. What the hell's that all about? What, they couldn't afford the CGI to keep him young? You know what I
No.
mean? It's just ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. And Picard, Patrick Stewart was so old, it was ridiculous.
I love
So-
you, Ian.
So, but apart from that, it was majority of it was enjoyable. Put it that way. so.
Average British nerd. Liam Shaw was quality. He was.
He was. They killed
Yeah.
him off, stupid idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. To be honest, it was a surprise. After the
Fat
first
Data.
2 seasons of Picard, yeah, I did not even finish the second season. It was so terrible.
Garbage.
I just gave up. It was like 2 or 3 episodes in. I said, "Forget it. I'm not watching."
It was
any more of
shit.
this. It's so bad. I tortured myself all the way through the first season and made it all the way through that, and that was terrible. But yeah, I mean, it was honestly a surprise. I was really surprised that they could come back and tell a story with all of these different characters. This is honestly what we wanted from a Picard series from the start, was let's see these characters, however, 30 years on or whatever, let's see what their lives are like, where they've gone. Let's have them back together on another adventure. That's what we wanted. We didn't want Picard on an apology tour talking about how he's, he's sorry. He's,
God, Ian.
oh,
Lord have mercy.
I'm an old white man, and I did.
Do you know what, guys? I genuinely didn't know who that woman was in the beginning, because she's pulled her face so much. I didn't even recognize her as Beverly. Is it Beverly Crusher? I didn't
Oh,
recognize her at all.
Ian.
I didn't. I'm telling you the truth. When it
Well,
started,
she's
and it's-
she's 70 something.
doesn't matter. When it started and she was firing that gun, I was thinking, who's this chick that's killing everybody? And then suddenly it dawned on me that it was her. I was like,
You think
what
she
the
had
hell
too
has she
much
done to her?
surgery?
Oh God,
Ye-
too much.
she
She's
sadly, yes.
unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Romeo, Tango, November, Zulu. The best parts of Picard was the last 5 minutes of the second last episode. Is that penultimate? Picard turns into classic Picard. Even sounds like him on Engage when they take the Enterprise out of the museum. Engage.
No. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's the closest thing we're going to get to saying goodbye to the
the next
and there were some
generation cast.
and there were some fun little twists in there too. Worf being the pacifist and trying to take things easy. That was amusing. There were some other things. The logic they had to spin to make Data look old.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That makes sense. Was kind of silly, but
that was dumb.
He's half android, half human. Whatever. Okay, sure.
It's like if you were half human, why would you be old now? You know what I mean? As old as the rest of the crew. It didn't make any sense. They should have just did visual effects and freaking. You know,
he's more.
Young,
what's the saying?
Yeah.
He's more machine than man.
Well, he's still a machine.
See what I did there? Z, have we heard from you?
Well, it was an absolutely fantastic send-off to the Next Generation crew, and it's somehow sullied for me by rumours of a Picard movie. I don't know if you've been looking into it this week. I certainly hope that's not the case. Just end here. Be done with it. If you want to continue the adventures, continue them with Jack Crusher.
I don't know. I think Riker's got a series in him.
There needs to be quick though.
He'd be. Yeah, I think he'd be really good in a sense because he was great in this. He was probably one of the best things about Picard. And why are they calling it Picard? Why aren't they calling it the Next Generation? It's not all about Patrick Stewart, for God's sakes.
Well, it was when they started.
Yeah, it was when he started. Yeah, that's the.
And he was helping write everything and approving all the scripts. And,
that's why he was so shit.
Yeah. Well, the reason we got a season 3 that was actually decent was because the creators didn't care about this show anymore. They had kind of given up and figured, let Terry Matalas do whatever he wants. It's fine.
Yeah, he got free reign, didn't he?
Yeah. And so they actually got to do something good.
And he was an absolute star on Twitter. He was engaging fans left, right, and centre promoting this.
He was.
Just like you should do. And what an excellent ambassador for the brand. And to be honest, the other Star Trek series could learn a lot from him.
Oh, yeah.
He basically texted me. I didn't text him. He texted me and sent me a message because we were talking about it on Dan's channel.
Yeah,
he sent me a message saying he appreciated what I said. I'm like,
Terry
cool.
Matalas messaged Ian, replied back.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, nice.
I think one of my world famous predictions or observations. I think season 3, when the old crew was back, something inside me says I think Picard realised that it wasn't just about him, it was about everybody. As in Patrick Stewart realised it was about all the crew, not just him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he'd have realised that when they wheeled him out at the Vegas convention that time and realised that it's not about him, he's only part of it, he's the figurehead, I think we may have been in a different position for season 1 and 2. Getting the crew back for season 3 was just they knew they'd fucked up, and it was just desperation. And Kurtzman just given up on it.
Kurtzman,
Kurtzman. Yeah, the sooner he and Secret Hideout, his production team, are gone, the better. Ugh.
Oh, never mind. But it was just good to see the old crew back. It wasn't perfect, but
nope, it weren't.
It was entertaining. It did feel like that kind of one last movie that we should have got after Nemesis, but because Nemesis was so shite, it never materialized. But anyway,
yep. Still waiting for that Deep Space Nine series to come back.
Yeah. Reni, you back?
I am. Sorry. I think it's the weather.
Yeah.
Knocking out the Wi-Fi and all that crap.
Okay. So, what number was that?
That was number 6.
6. Okay, so Picard, everybody.
Watch season 3. Don't watch 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1 and
season
2. Avoid. Season 1, I watched 2 episodes. Dog shit. Season 2, 1 episode. Utter dog shit.
Dark
Let's
shit.
move
Dark shit.
on.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5
Is alive.
Oh my God, Jinx!
Okay,
Number
I'm
5
worried
is
that I've got the.
alive.
I hope I've got the right year.
Oh Lord,
We'll
Brown.
see.
Here
Oh,
we go again.
sorry, folks.
Number 5 is alive.
Sorry, folks.
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Oh, speaking of androids,
Yes, this was the Elon Musk
What
Disney
did he say?
spat, wasn't it? This was the Bob can go fuck himself.
Well,
But he was in the audience when he said it.
He was, yeah.
yeah, he was
yeah.
there.
I also liked his I think he was dead serious about fighting Zuckerberg, and Zuckerberg kind of seemed to puss out, but he's been pretty savage when it comes to just calling people out on their bullshit, and I love it. You know, there's a lot of celebrities out there that just speak to the narrative because they're afraid to go against it and not get any more work. Elon Musk gives no fucks, and he's just like, you know what? Everybody can eat a dick.
Yeah.
And I love it. I absolutely love it.
The story behind this was Disney pulled, plus other companies as well, pulled all the advertising off Twitter, saying we don't need, it doesn't meet to our standards. Twitter
yeah,
doesn't
but
meet to our
other
standards.
social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram are arguably much, much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They claim specifically that Elon retweeted something that was vaguely anti-Semitic in some way. I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, everybody pulling all their ads and everything. So disingenuous.
And was this at a conference in New York? Was it New York? Like a
So
big.
good they named it twice.
Yeah. I think there was an interview with was it Bob Iger? Is it Iger or Paycheck? I was getting
Bob
mixed
Iger.
up. Yeah. You know, saying that they'd been a bit too woke and blah 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 and all that stuff, and standards had dropped, and then it was quickly followed by this interview, wasn't it?
I do like him though. I think his intentions are true. It's very difficult to navigate and try and do something for the world when the world, you know, most of the people in the world are thinking of money and they're blocking you every step of the way. But I think some of the stuff that he does is quite, it's you know, like trying to get to Mars and all that stuff because he knows the Earth and he's got a certain amount of time, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And do you know what I mean? I think as far as I can tell, he's a decent chap.
No, it seems genuine. Yeah.
Oh, don't mistake this for 1 second. He is a supervillain.
Okay.
And meets all the metrics for a supervillain. But I do agree with him on this. And something he said a week or so ago is 44 billion wasn't the price of Twitter.
What? 44 what?
44 billion. It wasn't the price of Twitter. It was the price of free speech. And
well,
to an
that
extent,
sounds
he's
about
been
right.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the disingenuous fucks who inhabit Twitter are getting community noted into oblivion. So
are they the cancel pigs?
The cancel pigs,
notes.
Oh, I should have done the cancel pigs.
Love community notes.
Yeah,
Best thing to ever happen to Twitter.
Well, that's a 2023 thing, right?
Yeah.
Community notes. So
Well, you can bundle it under this. It's brilliant.
Can we replace Arcane with cancel pigs? Will anybody notice?
Well, you
nobody
kind of
noticed, will
done
they?
fucked up already, sir. So
Okay.
you done fucked up.
A couple of super chats, if I may. Z, you available, please?
I am. Hooligan S3 for $9.99 says, Picard, he's more machine now than man, arthritic and feeble.
I love you, Hooligan S3.
Data.
I want you to touch my flaccid willy.
Is he a replicant?
Who? Picard.
Is he a
Yes,
replicant now?
Of course he is. Of
He
course
is. He's a
yeah.
replicant, isn't he? Artoo, you available, mate? Please.
Yes, RRTNZ for $5. New Zealand money.
Oh,
by the
yes.
way. Hail, Brown, panel and chat. Don't worry about the boomer moments, Brown. Still, we love you.
There's many.
By the way, this great movie came out in 2023 called A New Hope.
I'll have to watch that.
That sounds
I'll have
good.
to
We'll have to
it as
check
well,
that one
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
A New Hope. Who does that star? Sounds quite good.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Or
Bob
is it
Hope.
No
It's a
Hope?
fan film.
Bob Hope.
Stars Bob Hope.
Yeah. No Hope.
Oh my
Bob Hope.
god. Weren't you guys talking about Bob Hope last time?
Oh, no.
I don't think Rennie gets the joke somehow.
Brown's going to reanimate Bob Hope 2024.
Thank you, Romeo. I think.
Romeo. We're fought out.
I
by
think,
Romeo.
Okay. So
He doesn't. He dresses for shit though, doesn't he? Let's face it.
Oh, he dresses like a homeless hipster. Like seriously, it's awful. I don't know where he gets his fashion sense, but come on, dude.
He's so rich he doesn't care.
he did look a little bit awkward when he was going, "Fuck you, Bob."
He didn't. He didn't look awkward at all.
No.
He
Oh,
basically,
okay.
he just basically told them all to go and screw themselves.
Honestly,
with confidence.
I thought he looked genuinely angry when he was making those comments. He was pissed.
Yeah, it was controlled anger, wasn't it? So,
Yeah.
So you can tell he was
Especially
pissed,
the line where he said, "You threatening me with money? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?"
Punchable face. Smoking too much Bob Hope is bad for your memory. It is. It is.
Bob
It is.
Hope.
Twitter has lost a lot of value since he bought it.
Well,
It's
how is
not
that
wor-
being measured? It's not by shareholders because he owns it. It's
Oh,
only
fair
people
enough.
saying
Oh,
it's
fair
worth
enough.
less.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, if you look at the own engagement that he puts out in videos and tweet revenue and stuff like that, he's paying his creators now, and I think he's building a nice solid platform. He'll be taking on YouTube next.
Yeah.
Uh,
I still don't know. Go ahead.
The stars that said they were going
Yeah,
to
you go.
leave
There you go.
Twitter because he's taken over, they're still there. So do you know what I mean? So he was right all along, and I think it is a fight for free speech. That's what it is. So I'm not a fan of his, but I think what he's doing is right in my opinion.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Just don't buy a Tesla and you'll be fine.
Well, I don't drive, so I'll never buy
There
a
you go.
Tesla. So there you go. Yeah.
I wouldn't buy
Batteries.
an electric car.
No.
They catch fire apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice.
Did he? What were those files? Those Twitter? Was it Twitter files or something that he released?
Yeah.
What were those? That was a big story with Twitter last year.
For a
wasn't
bit,
it?
yeah. They were talking a whole lot about some behind the scenes of what happened during the last presidential election in the U.S. and specifically calling out a lot of collaboration between people inside Twitter and certain political campaigns outside of Twitter. that
Lots
were
of
working
shadow
together.
banning going on of.
And yes, quite a bit of that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. Chat moved up. Here you go. Tom, how Twitter silenced accounts. Yeah.
There were
Tom again?
literally
Here you go.
literally check boxes that they could hit to say, limit somebody's reach, don't allow them to be reshared, or don't. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff they could do to hide people.
Here you go, folks. Joe Darkness. 10 EVs are firebombs. Yowza. Okay. So, what number was that again?
6.
5.
5.
5.
2,
Whatever number it was, folks, that
3,
was
1.
Elon Musk
4,
doing what Elon does best.
9.
Not taking any shite, especially off Disney. Okay. It's going to be a
Oh.
short show tonight. We're blasting through these.
Did you say
Number
shit
4.
show, Ben?
It is a shit show. Okay. Number 4, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. Number 4. I hope I've got the year correct. I'm not sure now.
Fingers crossed.
I'm not sure.
Sure.
This did happen this year, didn't it?
Why
Yes.
is that a great thing? That should have been bottom 10. These people are asking for more money. And we saw what they could do with Godzilla on a lower budget.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. This should be like top 10 bag of dicks right here.
I don't know. I think I would argue for it in the positive.
Why would that be?
Thank you.
This particular incident, all the strikes and everything that happened, have given studios and writers' rooms a lot of opportunity to can people that should never have been writers in the first place.
Yeah.
And we're already seeing a lot of that. We saw a whole bunch of people being let go from Amazon this week, from Pixar. You know, we've seen some firing. So I think we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg here for what hopefully will be a purge of some of these awful. What would we call it?
Are you sure though? Are you sure? Because they're still claiming to make the Ray film with crappy writers and a crappy director.
Well,
They're
not
still,
everyone is gonna, not every writer's room is going to get.
I will just say,
the right people,
if I may, this also includes was it the Actors Guild?
Yes.
The Screen Actors Guild.
So it's all that kind of collective.
So
Yeah.
Hollywood being greedy and asking for more money, I don't think it's necessarily a great thing. I do get your point, R2, but you know, this isn't the first time that the Writers Guild or the Actors Guild has gone on strike and wanted more money. It's like, oh my God, like your 5 cars and your like $1 million home isn't enough for you. Like, seriously? While some of us are, you know, working our asses to scrape by in life. I don't know. I don't think greed is a good thing. That's just my opinion.
Not according to Michael Douglas. Yeah. Greed is good, apparently.
Yeah, greed is good.
Yeah. Well, I think the Writers Guild probably made a better deal. It was more open to making some better deals, more reasonable deals anyway, than the actors were in the end. So.
Dr. Iceman, it stopped Brie Larson from talking about the Marvels, so I agree with this. Number 4.
But you know, the deal they made to stop this strike was a really bad one.
Weird.
Because they had to stop it because they realized they were losing the fight, the actors. So it's to save face, they agreed to something they should never have agreed to. So there you go.
I think they, unbeknown to them, created a rod for their own back and enabled.
I think so too.
I think they will probably look back now and think, I don't think we should have done that.
Yeah,
you know, when they're collecting their
Well, in a couple more years, there'll be yet another strike. So
yeah, they're going to want more money again.
Yep.
The actors, the lower end of the actors were complaining, and there's a shitload of them more so than the top tier people, and so they were complaining so much that the people at the top had to look like they were winning. So they took this deal from these producers, and it's not a very good deal at all. So they're going to be in trouble in the future, man.
Here you go, folks. New faces, love new faces. Hello, Alex. WGA got more money and reigned in AI for a time.
Yep. That's the thing.
They're still going to get to use AI.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That originally they were fighting the producers not to use AI because let's face it, once AI kicks in, you'll be getting rid of special effects people, you'll be getting rid of actors' voiceovers, you'll be getting rid of. Now you can see they can make a film without any actors. They'll be getting rid of actors. Do you know what I mean? But they agreed because they were under a lot of pressure.
They got rid of actors for Ahsoka, so you're correct.
Yeah, but have you seen what they can do on AI now? You just have to look on YouTube and type in AI, and they can literally make a film without any actors, without special effects people. It's crazy what you can do on AI.
Perhaps you should go down that for Rebecca Gold.
No, I know what I
I do believe in filmmaking, but did
Yeah.
you see they have AI influencers on Instagram?
What?
Yeah, all these gorgeous looking women, and the pictures are created by AI.
What?
Yeah, and all influencers. They have millions of people following them. It's crazy.
Millions of computers following them.
Millions of people following
Okay.
them,
Joe
thinking that they're real.
Darkness, AI would do a better job than these morons. Yes.
Can you highlight RRTNZ's
Yeah,
comment because he makes a good point about the
yeah.
people behind the scenes getting screwed.
And
That
will
is true.
you?
That is true.
Will you read it, Reni, please?
I will read it if you would like.
Yes, I would.
Okay, put it up.
Shall I make? Sorry.
Put it up.
Okay.
Put it up.
RRTNZ in the chat says he agrees with what I have to say, and I don't care about that part. But because the strike put technical and behind the scenes people who don't make much money out of work while production halted, that was really sad.
Yeah,
thank you, Hollywood actors that are millionaires, for doing that to the little people. Just mean.
The talentless people went out on strike, and the talented people got the boot.
Got screwed. Yeah.
But that's not the way they see it, though. Unfortunately, obviously, all the actors, they think they're all united and stuff like that, but they're not. The lower end actors are getting screwed big time. Now they're going to be doing more work for Starbucks than ever before because they took the wrong deal. Do you know what I mean? So it's just
there's nothing wrong working at Starbucks.
Just saying.
You should try working in food and retail. It's not fun.
I have worked in retail in my time. Donkey work, but you know. Z, any thoughts?
No.
Short and sweet.
No droid insight.
The industry needed a bit of a shake-up. And this was it.
I
everything
think
they want, then they didn't, did they? They've sold digital voice replication through AI technology. So I'm guessing when some of these people pass away, their voices are going to be used in video games for years to come.
Do you know in Switzerland they made a KFC ad and it was AI produced. They didn't use any special effects people. It was just some guy that knew how to use the AI, and they used it, and it was a very successful campaign. And so that just goes to show, doesn't it, what you can do now.
Folks, the timescales. Working in food and retail is hard work. Been there, done that. Yeah, it's donkey work.
Yeah,
it's fucking donkey work.
People
mate.
treat you like shit when you work in food and retail, and they literally do. They'll treat you like that you're whatever they stepped on the bottom of their heel.
Some of the lowest paid hard-working people get treated like shite.
Also, we were talking, me and Reni, last night, and if you're working in those places, remember to call those trans people the she.
Oh, God.
Remember to call them, otherwise you'll get sued.
And that moment, we were demonetized.
Well, then we might as well drop some C-bombs.
No. I think we may have got that.
Okay.
Shut it. Okay. Anything, Ego, in the chat? Reni had a bad time at KFC.
I did not work at KFC, thank goodness. But yes, I have worked in food and retail, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Just Forrest Gump.
Okay. I'll just say, look, here we go.
Transformers more than meets the eye.
More than meets the eye. And then he goes, I've never eaten. KFC's all right. I like KFC.
No, it's very greasy, KFC.
I won't eat there. It just, you go inside and it smells. It
does.
Just, you want to puke as soon as that smell hits your nose.
Much prefer Popeyes. Popeyes is much better than KFC.
You go inside and it smells and you want to puke.
Yeah, well, it's. I know what Reni's talking about.
That would
when
be
you go to
a Lizzo
KFC,
experience.
it smells of oil and
bad oil,
chicken and stuff. Yeah, it's
like
just
old
awful.
oil and you're right, Ian. That's probably what it is. Because I used to know people that loved eating there, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys can do this. The smell is making me nauseous.
Welcome to the KFC stream. Yeah, I've been meaning to try their vegan burgers. KFC stinks so bad.
It does.
KFC is too salty. KFC is trash.
But it used to taste
KFC
so
fries are
much
so
better
bad.
in the old days when it used to be
w-
called Kentucky Fried Chicken. It used to taste so much better. Now it just tastes of loads of grease.
Agreed. The beans and gravy are fantastic.
Oh, yes, they are. I must admit.
Brown loves swallowing the gravy. Sorry.
He does
I had
indeed.
to.
He does
Somebody's
indeed.
got to. Average British nerd. I ate KFC once. To quote Ian, I think that's you, Ian.
It was shit. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. KFC.
Last word to Wayfarer. Homemade fried chicken is the way to go.
Yes, absolutely.
Smart person for saying that.
Especially the way my mum makes it. Let me tell you.
In fact, we've got another comment. Here you go, Tom. Always good money. Always good value. All fast food is fucking shite.
It really is anymore. Like, I don't know. I think Chick-fil-A is one of the few that I can like kind of tolerate. I know you guys don't have that in the UK, but Chick-fil-A's semi good, and you can pretty much get a lot of their stuff fresh if you order it properly. But like McDonald's, Burger King, all that, like it kind of like KFC. You walk in and it's just like that grease smell. It's awful. Ugh.
Here you go. See all the fun facts coming out. Sly Jester, did you know there is a KFC above the Arctic Circle? Wow. No, I did
Move to the
not.
Arctic, Brown. You can have KFC every day.
I don't think I've ever been that desperate for chicken.
Chick-fil-A actually treats their employees like human beings too, which is very different.
And they treat them, or they pay them well.
They do.
Not Brian in the chat. The Mr. Brown Alliance is sponsored by Just Eat. Very good. Okay, let's move on. So that was the Writers Guild Actors Strike, blah, 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 all that bollocks. Should we move on?
Do you know who's the head
Yes,
of
please.
the union? Do you know who's the head of the union? It's that woman from oh god, what's that show called?
Fran Drescher from the Nanny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that annoying voice woman. Yes.
I'm like, what?
What word was she was also really disrespectful and awful during the negotiations too. She'd bring her dogs in. One time she was playing with a stuffed animal. Like it was ridiculous.
I wonder why they agreed with her in charge.
Tom goes Kathleen Kennedy. No. Probably somebody worse. Okay. Yeah, bogged. Let's move on then.
Next stop, Bogville.
Bog
Number
three.
Number three.
Number three. Number three. Number three.
Number three.
Number
three.
Trace.
I'm filling for time.
Three.
See, number three. Dr. Who, Dr. What,
Dr. Watts.
Dr. Tree.
Put a
Dr.
chick in
Tree.
it and make her gay and lame. Brilliant. Enjoyed every single second of this. I was laughing when I watched this out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Same
It
here.
was so funny, especially when Cartman was pretending to be Bob Iger, dreaming about his shares falling. Oh no, my shares and this shares again. This was brilliant.
Right. It was.
And he gave them a much needed kick in the complacencies.
Well, the funny thing is, right? Like at first, like South Park, I don't know if I would say it had a slow start, but, I guess people didn't really, pay attention to the show. And the next thing you know, people or other areas of entertainment, like in, the film and TV industry are like, oh shit, I got criticized by South Park. It's either a badge of honor or it's, a complete shaming, just depending on how they do it. And so Family Guy took their criticisms to heart whenever they did the whole Cartoon Wars thing and criticized Family Guy for doing cutaways all the time. And I'd say like almost a season later, Family Guy started to kind of dwindle down their cutaways. But they made the show what it was. But still, they took the criticism to heart. So I was hoping that maybe people would see what, Cartman and everyone had to say about this and go, maybe we do suck lately. But, I know it's a lot to ask, but I would think that they would.
Rust in peace. Yeah, we also could have thrown in the Harry and Meg episode. That was a good one.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you could just say,
was
well,
so
it doesn't
funny.
say which episode. It just says South Park. So you could just say all of South Park for this year if you wanted to.
Have you seen the latest one? It is so bad that
No.
I almost switched it off. That it was just so near the knuckles, crazy.
I don't have Max or Paramount Plus
All
this
right.
time. So yeah, I canceled Max
Black
because it was shit.
Lives or Black Knives. Put a brown in it. Make it bogged and gay.
I mean, that's pretty much what we do here. So
Yeah,
might as well just, spread it out a little bit.
I think I'll put that over the door of the channel. Yeah.
Put a brown in it and make it lame.
Oh, yes. So this was the first episode I've seen of South Park I checked out long ago. I watched it. It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
enjoyable, very
Yes,
much.
it was. This just calling out something that really kind of was forbidden to talk about in the industry, to be honest. You're not supposed to talk about how it's ridiculous that every character is being changed out for a diverse woman. You're not supposed to talk about that because that's supposed to be where we're going with everything. And then just to call it out, and then having Cartman just repeat that phrase over and over and over again, just putting it right out there into the world, everyone picking it up almost instantly to start using it. And it's just great. And giving it to Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy at the same time was just great. So.
I thought it was quite a. Go ahead, Brown.
No, you go on. I'm mid.
I thought it was quite enjoyable from an entertainment perspective as well. Like I loved the whole alternate universe Cartman being in Cartman's circle and Cartman being in the alternate universe Cartman's circle and seeing how they interact with each other. Best line of the show, in my opinion, was is Kyle's mom still a fat fucking bitch? I was like, that was great. That is such a Cartman thing to say, so I don't know. I thought it was really good for not just to speak out against stuff, but it was also a really entertaining episode.
And it's unfortunate that the B story that was there was actually pretty funny, but it kind of clanged with the A story. I don't know. The two didn't really synergize very well. The B story was all about younger people not knowing how to do a damn thing for themselves.
Yeah. Relying upon technology and just couldn't figure shit out.
You can't repair the door on your oven. You have to call somebody to come put one screw back in place for you.
I've just fixed my oven door with the same problem. A screw was loose and the handle was about to fall off. Amazing that.
Well, whenever I need something to repair in the house, I usually go onto YouTube and there's an Indian guy willing to tell me everything.
There you go.
And in the chat, put a mega in it and make it shit and shit.
There you go. See? Yep, I agree.
How long has South Park been going now?
Long time.
Started in the late 90s. Was it 99? If so, it's got to be longer than that. I think it was 96. So they're going to be coming upon 30 years,
yeah,
right?
I remember watching the first 3-4 seasons. Yeah. I was in Leeds, yeah.
Currently on 26 seasons.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
So they're going to be hitting 30 in a few years. That's crazy.
You know what? It started off when it used to be 4:3 TV.
Wow.
So it was square, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there you go. That's how long it was going.
LCD TVs weren't about then.
Nope, they weren't. So there you go. Brilliant stuff.
Here you go. Joe Darkness. Oh, sorry. Brown has a loose screw. I do. I do.
It was on his oven door, would you believe?
And he had to call somebody to fix it.
No, I fixed it myself.
Watch the door fall off next time you use the oven.
No, I don't think it'll be something else what breaks, ironically, but anyway, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we think South Park's going to go on for many more years? Has it become an institution now?
Basically, they're just making specials now. They're not really doing a series. So the last special I saw was really, was just,
Yeah,
Was that the one with the energy drink?
Yes.
Yes.
What is it? The OnlyFans thing made me laugh so much. I was just thinking, this is so wrong. But here you go.
Wayfarer project. Was it project? Having a loose screw is better than screwing loosely.
Well, I'd
We
agree
need
with that.
We need a riff track.
Okay, so South Park, everybody. What number was that?
That was
3
3.
That was 3, sir.
on 1
Going
hour
down to
15.
South Park.
Okay. Okay, so let's see what's next.
Number 2.
Let's
A big number
go
2
to the toilet and have a number 2.
on Brown's channel.
Deuce.
Drop the deuce, Brown.
Number 2.
I'm just going to drop a couple of kids off in the pool.
Kids?
You have a Michael Barrymore's
Yeah,
again.
it's like you're taking a dump.
Yep.
He was found innocent, would you believe?
That was a British joke, everybody. Okay, so number 2.
Number 2.
Numero dos.
Get on with it.
Godzilla.
Warrior.
Godzilla.
Gojira.
Gojira.
Who would like to go first?
Since I pissed off the chat, it might as well be me and rip off the band-aid.
Okay.
So would like to clarify. I thoroughly enjoyed this this movie. My only criticism of it was that I wanted more Godzilla and less like people-y stuff in it. I think having too much emotionality in a monster flick can kind of be a bit of a downer. That's just for me. I go to a monster flick to enjoy the monster flick. But aside from that, it was a great storyline. It was great acting. And I really enjoyed the how they kept everything true to the roots for the most part. The only thing I think they could have done better on keeping to the originality of the early movies, I think they could have put in the original or the Godzilla roar, because that's the one thing missing. Like he sounded more like just like a regular beast roar instead of having that
Beast
sound. Yeah, he just sounded like a big beast.
We had
instead of sounding like Godzilla. But they did
Yeah.
put the original score in. I thought that was great.
Mhm.
The power up scenes were pretty awesome. I don't know. I missed the Godzilla roar. That would have been that would have made it like 10
Godzilla.
times better. But yes, I thoroughly did enjoy this movie. Just to clarify, so
You went to see this on, was it our recommendation? Were you going to go see this?
I was going to go see it anyways.
Anyway,
It's just waiting for a time for my husband and I to be able to coordinate to see it together, because if he's interested in something and I'm interested in something, I don't want to go and see it without him. That'd be kind of messed up, even though I'm not a patient person, right? So
A lot of the chat are saying this needs to be number 1. Well, in a normal year, I'd say possibly, but anyway. Ian, did you see this film? Yes, you
I
didn't
did.
you?
I saw the film. I mean, everybody was telling me it was brilliant, and it's good, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's brilliant. I do agree with Reni. We should have had more Godzilla in it. I did like the human aspect of it, but I
It was
think it
fantastic.
sagged in the middle. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed. We know that Godzilla is CGI, but they did it in such a way it looked like it was a man in a suit. It really did look like it was a man in a suit.
it looked like a real physical being, right? Instead of like, you could tell that's CG,
Yeah. So if you look at the original design of Godzilla, especially when they did the man in the suit versions, it really did look like this, but obviously this looked more real. I mean, I knew what was going to happen at the ending. I knew that girl didn't die. He's the girl that he was in love with.
Oh, it's good though. It was a good moment.
Yeah, I know. I knew that.
That did make me sad thinking she was going to die.
Yeah, it was a good moment.
It was I knew the guy was going to come back and fix the plane. It was very predictable, but it was very enjoyable. And it's better than most films out there. Put it that way. So there you go.
Z, have you seen it yet? I can't remember.
I haven't. It's not on my local Cineworld or Showcase, so I think I might have missed the cinematic release. I'm devastated. Obviously, I've gone and dreaded it again, haven't I?
Oh man, it was a fun popcorn flick for sure, dude. It was a really fun popcorn flick.
There might be the opportunity to see it in black and white. They're going to do a re-release of the film, regraded, redone in black and white. So that could be.
I think this
an
is the actual
opportunity there.
poster for that. So it is.
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah.
Also, is it a joke when they say they're sorry and slam their head on the table? Was that meant to be a joke? They did it like 3 times in the film. I don't know if you noticed that.
I don't know if it was like an honor
Or is that-
thing, maybe with
Yeah,
their
yeah.
like military or their culture. I don't know. I've never seen. I don't remember seeing stuff like that before.
Like
I
a
remember-
severe version of a bow.
Yeah, I remember questioning myself, thinking, "Is this meant to be a joke?" Because he literally slams it. I'm sorry, and he boom, his head's on the table. I'm like, "Is this a running gag or something?" So I was confused on that score.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Well, this was only one of a couple of movies I got to go see this year. I was so glad that I got to go see it. This movie was great. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of...
It was amazing. It was such a fantastic film.
There are different types. There've always, for a long time, there's been different types of Godzilla movies. If you go back to the original movie, you go back to some of the others that have been produced in Japan in the last decade. There are the monster movies. You've got Godzilla smashing into other, Ghidorah or some other monster. And if you go back to the Showa era, there's some really goofy ones with Godzuki and stuff like that. Personally, the Godzilla movies I enjoy the most are the ones where Godzilla is he's a man-made force that the humans have to survive around. And so they do end up being more people-centric. They're about the people who are surviving this disaster and how they deal with it. Either they escape it and survive, or they have to confront it in some way. And so I thought it really was going back to that original idea of Godzilla. It's just this thing. How do we try to survive this, or how do we try to confront it? And it's all about the people around it and their story.
Artoo, when you mentioned Godzuki, it just brought me back to the cartoon used to be.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah. There's the cartoon, and then I don't think he was called Godzuki in the actual films. I think he was Godzilla Jr. I don't remember.
He always had this funny music like.
That was during the corniest years.
Slight jester. I believe that after you bang your head, the bigger the welt. That's a great word, welt. The bigger the mistake. Apology.
I see.
I think. I've always been into kind of Japanese culture. I'd love to visit Japan.
Not as much as my nieces. Yes. My nieces are into that culture big time.
My dad is. And he's been to Japan.
I think we would probably do well adopting certain things, especially nowadays with, kind of the way things are with certain people. Maybe we should just certain groups. We could.
Get those. You want to get those hotels where everybody sleeps in a little coffin-sized room with a bed or coffin-sized bed.
I would bow my head to people. I bow to you every week, so
yes, but
just showing a little bit of respect for your fellow.
Your wig might come off though, Ian. If you bow, your wig.
There are definitely, there's definitely a lot of laudable things in Japanese culture. But there's some other things about Japanese culture that are not so great. Trust me, my wife has a very close colleague who is Japanese. She goes back to visit her parents on a regular basis. We've threatened several times to make her take us with her when she goes to visit, because I would love to see that. But,
average British nerd. I do love Japan and their culture. So
yes.
My dad is all about Japanese culture. He really loves it.
Joe Darkness lives in Tokyo. Tokyo is nice, bright and clear today.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to go to Tokyo.
Well, so Korea is a different.
Korea, South Korea.
Oh yeah,
Depends on which one you want to go to.
Oh,
I could-
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Vice. Tokyo Vice.
yeah.
Tokyo Vice was fantastic. Yes, season 2, excellent. I cut you off there, R2. I was so
No, yeah,
excited by that.
Yeah, just say it. Yeah, Japan, absolutely beautiful. I would love to go visit there. Culturally, there are some things that I know some people are not very fond of, like foreigners in
Mhm.
Japan, but they do tend to be a little bit on yeah. Not even going to say the word. They prefer just other Japanese rather than other.
Vending machines are king over there.
Oh,
or
yeah.
queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You can
watching TV shows on a tube. Hundreds of them are just watch their phones and watching TV shows on the tube as they go to work. That's a big thing over there as well, I was told. Yes, packed like sardines. Yeah.
Johnny Lawrence's mum, Tokyo Vice sucked. Absolute yawn fest. Well,
Everybody's
Barbara,
entitled to their
it
opinion.
would be very boring if everybody liked the same
Tokyo.
things. But you're wrong.
Yeah, that's
Well, no,
Okay.
she's not wrong. If she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it.
No, I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Maybe you're
I
wrong
like-
in her opinion.
There are
You're
no
wrong, Brian. You're
wrong
wrong,
or right
Brian.
answers.
There you go. That's smart.
apart from Brown's answers, they're all
Which are
Yeah.
wrong, yes. Okay.
Brown can't even math.
I can't even get the year right, so never mind.
Well, if I get to visit Brown, if I get to visit Japan, I promise I will send you some pre-used panties that I get from a vending machine. All right.
I really, really would love to go to Japan before I cark it.
Cark it.
Die.
Oh.
Ah, is that the new word? Cark it.
No, I think carcass, cark it.
Oh,
I've
moving on.
never heard that. Is that a new thing that you're inventing?
It's a new thing. It's a new thing.
Coined a phrase.
No, I heard it on Australian TV, carked it. I don't know. Johnny Lawrence's mum, as I've said before, it might as well have been called Vancouver Vice.
Was it shot in Vancouver?
No, I think it was shot in Japan.
No, I gotta know. I'm gonna look that up.
Okay, I'll rephrase what I said earlier. Iceman, before brown turns grey.
Already there, dude.
No, too late for that, mate.
Yeah, grey as spook, mate. Okay, so anything to add then? It was a great movie, wasn't it?
It certainly
Yes.
was.
And it sure showed Hollywood studios what you can do on a limited budget.
Oh, yes. I think that might be one of the best things about it.
Won $3 million, apparently.
It says it was filmed in Tokyo. Sorry.
The director said he wanted to direct a Star Wars film, didn't he?
Oh, God. They're not going to get him to direct a Star Wars film
good luck.
because it's all about women.
Good luck to you,
Nameless
dude.
Name should be number one. This was very similar to Oppenheimer. It didn't reinvent the wheel. It just did what films used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people just embraced it. I certainly did. I thought it was great.
Actually, it never even occurred to me until Reni said it about the scream, the Godzilla scream. So there you go.
I was just like, what is missing? And then I'm like, oh, he's not doing the Godzilla roar. What the hell?
They had a version. They had a version of it in there that was clearly remastered. Kind of. There was a version of it there. It was not quite as high pitched and.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to hear it in the sequel because there will be certainly a sequel.
Well, he was bubbling at the ending, weren't he? So there you go.
Spoilers, by the way. Yeah, spoilers.
Worldwide, this ended up up to today, has grossed 95
on about
95 what billion? Did you say
on a
million? On about 13 million dollars.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Estimated 13 to 15 somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Some people said closer to 9, but yeah.
Christ. Johnny Lawrence's mum, -1 should have been number 1.
Let's see what
Okay.
number 1 is, so we'll know if
Yeah.
the chat
Okay,
is correct.
So that was
Brie,
number 2.
Brie Larson's
folks.
feet is number 1.
The Marvels, number 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
For fuck's sake, Brown, if that's number 1, I quit.
Just let me redo the caption. Okay, so that was
Brie
number
Larson's
2.
toes.
Nasty.
Godzilla -1. Great movie. If you've not
Godzilla.
seen it.
Okay.
If it's on at the theatre, folks,
Godzilla.
go see it. It's fantastic. You will
Godzilla.
not on 1 hour 30. You will not be disappointed. Okay, so
-1.
Oh, come on, Brian, give it 1. Come on.
Number 1.
Number 1. You
And
couldn't
it's,
make the
first
numbers
of all,
flash?
No, I'm not that high tech.
Rude. Aren't you a
Okay.
graphics designer?
Well, it looks good. I'm just not very good at animation.
Ah.
Okay, so guesses what number 1 is. This is either going to go very, very well or particularly very,
Don't
very
know.
bad.
I have a feeling it's going to be the second.
So don't blame
I'm
me,
very
folks.
curious.
If it's bad, don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Brown compiled this list on his own. If it is bad, it is entirely his fault.
Okay.
Brie Larson's feet.
Breeze
Oh,
toes.
it's XBT.
for
He's
the
number
win.
1. One Piece.
Oh boy, One Piece would be good. Would be a good number 1. Yeah.
No Ahsoka, please.
No.
Number 1
Marvel's
is
Ahsoka.
Plain Brown. Oh,
John Wick 4?
Typhon can come again. Thank you, my friend.
Or was that last year?
Oh, yeah. Do you know, I completely forgot about that.
The fuck? Bro.
I think I need to update my graphics. I completely forgot.
Whoa.
Oh. Sorry. Didn't realize it wasn't muted.
Babby.
Oh!
Not
Sorry,
Barbie.
I'm watching the game. Dallas versus Green Bay.
My
dude.
ears have blown. My eardrums have gone.
Oh. Barbie.
Bunk mask thing.
Oh,
Is it
I think
is it
Punchable
Reacher?
Face
Is
is
Reacher
correct.
number 1?
Is he? Why isn't Reacher on
Top
this
Gun.
list?
Top Gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that
Yeah.
out in 2023?
Some of it.
Yes, it
You could
was.
put-
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
it
know,
was.
I genuinely actually thought about that. But
You could
'cause
put
I-
Arcane on here, but not Reacher.
Ah,
You really do
yeah,
suck.
I know I do. I genuinely thought about that, but because
I reckon
this,
it's Top
this was done
Gun.
about a week and a half ago.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
No, Top Gun didn't come out last year.
No.
Yeah.
See, I will say
Um,
Timkins can come
I've just-
back again. Male
Yeah.
presenting Time
Oh,
Lord.
I've got a whole list of things here that we haven't hit in our top 10.
Latino slants, secret comedy timing number
Number
1.
one.
What? Just got here.
What did he
Arcane
miss on the
season
list,
1.
R2? What did
Some
he
other
miss?
things I've got here.
MI7.
Go on in.
Yeah, Silo. Really enjoyed Silo this year. New series on Apple TV. The new season of Futurama. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
One
that was
Piece.
good.
damn
I
it.
enjoyed that. I enjoyed
The
that.
live
yes.
action One Piece.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah,
Mission
yeah,
Impossible.
I think
Movies. We had
we were
Guardians
disappointed with that,
3.
weren't we?
Yeah.
Guardians
Yeah.
3 was good.
Guardians
I thought.
3 for movies. We had the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Really good.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sword in the Storm. Number 1 is me. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like that. So, okay, Reni, number 1, your guess. Come on.
I have no idea. I don't think this list had a lot of.
It's
or
valid.
It was missing a lot of grace. So since there's no Reacher, Top Gun Maverick was 2022. I wanted to say last year, but 2022, right? So
Yeah, it should have been Smilex. Yeah, agreed.
uh,
All right.
I really don't know. Yeah, I would have said Godzilla would have been probably number 1
Yeah,
out of
okay.
all this, but yeah, I don't know.
Z, educate your guess.
Wonka.
Wanker.
Wanker. Is it Wanker?
Wanker.
Mm.
Wanker. I'm going to go with Barbie.
No.
What?
sucked big time.
Brown's a Barbie
What?
girl in a Barbie world.
It's either that or Super Mario Brothers, because they were like really unexpected billion-dollar hits.
Completely forgot about that.
What about Mission Impossible? Wasn't it out last year?
It was.
No.
I think we were all disappointed with that.
It was kind of a dud.
It just didn't quite. Well, it wasn't. It just didn't quite get the landing. Artoo.
My guess. I
Yeah.
said I gave a bunch of
Okay.
them earlier. One Piece. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just rip off the band-aid, bro.
Who's doing the ambient noise? Because Brian's going to punch your head in.
Not me.
Come on, Brian. Come down to my house, mate. I'm ready.
Ooh.
I don't know if I prefer that or.
I haven't got any biscuits left.
Get on with it
Um,
because it's
okay,
about
yeah.
to be an interesting play.
Go on in.
More than you'll ever know. Ian, guess quickly.
I was guessing that it'd be Mission Impossible. Obviously, it's not. So I wouldn't know. I
Okay.
have got no more guesses.
Certainly not the Marvels. Okay.
Mm.
As I said, this is either going to go very, very, very well, or it's going to be embarrassingly bad. But
Listen.
no. Just remember, folks, authenticity is key. Yeah. So number one. Number one. I'm frightened. I'm frightened now. Chat, are you ready? I'm frightened.
The chat.
Aw, that's really cute. Okay.
Yeah.
You get props for that because this is like the best freaking chat in the world. So
It
yes.
is. They come
Best
back every
damn
week
chat
to listen
anywhere.
to us.
Listen to
Indeed
the
they do.
shite.
And we love you all.
Oh.
The chat. What disappointment.
Yeah, that's
eh?
Ian, the chat, that's them people that are scrolling up.
The ones that help your channel grow, they give you super chats, they give you support, they give you shit when you need it. They're all super supportive, they're all loyal, they come back on a daily, weekly
you go.
basis whenever you're on. They're awesome.
There you go. That's all we need
They-
to say. Add some grey. There we go.
And
They give a
we've
shit.
Yeah, like
jokes. Now.
Many shits. Yeah.
dude, they share the stream. I mean, these guys are super loyal to your channel, Brown. They're
They
really
are.
They are,
awesome
yeah.
and they've got your back 24/7, even though they give you shit, but that's like part of what the channel's about is giving you shit. So
This shouldn't be number one.
Oh,
This should not be number one.
stop spoiling it,
I
Ian.
like it. I think it's
Should
really
not
cute.
be number one.
I love the chat.
What
You're
should
getting
be
a
number one
reach
then,
around
Ian?
from me
The Mega
later.
Geek.
I do love the chat, obviously, but
But it's a big
we're
but coming.
we're talking about media and pop, aren't we? And you've just put the chat in. Like, doesn't make any sense, does it?
Now we could have replaced the Screen Actors Guild stuff with like Reacher.
Through the chat.
I kind of get the feeling that Reacher will be definitely on the top 10. I've not seen it, you see. I'm definitely going to
Well,
check it
season
out.
2's awesome.
You haven't seen it?
No, I'm not even. I saw the first episode of season 1 and I've just sat on the episodes. I think I need to address that.
Did you hear a high pitched sound? You haven't seen it?
Oh my gosh! Like the fact that I've seen it and you haven't.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
just
wouldn't
like,
have seen it if everybody didn't tell you. Well, basically command you to see it.
You guys also recommended Barry, which was a total shit, by the way. And
That's you, Ian.
and no one will save you, by the way. Lee, if you're listening, that was total shit as well. The aliens were not believable. Just saying.
I agree with Reni about the last season, but season 1 and 2 and 3 were really good, Barry. They're really good.
Mr. Brown Alliance in the chat. Oh, that's me. You guys are the king best.
That's you.
Leave
That's
it
you
to Brown
saying
to
what?
read his own fucking chat.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
like, oh yeah, I said this in the chat. Like the chat didn't see
What?
that, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be with Paulie, Latino Slant in the chat. It's saying this cop out.
It is a cop out.
Cop out. Oh.
My middle name, Cop Out.
I thought it was going to be something that we'd never ever guess, and it's the
Well, you
bloody
didn't.
chat.
I didn't guess it was the
You didn't
chat.
guess
I
it.
had no idea. Like, Brown's been like all about
Film or
subverting
something.
expectations. He's like the
Uh,
Ryan Johnson of
Punch my
YouTube lately.
face. I would give chat 1. So would I.
That's a lot of ones.
Mm.
The highlight of the chats are genuinely Who's making the ambient noise, Ian?
That's not me.
It's not me.
The chats.
See?
It's not me.
It's not me.
Who's clapping their
You
hands?
think somebody doth protest?
Fucking
too
Ian,
much.
See?
slow clapping.
Yeah. Clap your hands, everybody.
Okay,
And
I will
everybody, clap
say-
your hands.
This channel's got 4,000 subs, which is amazing in itself. I didn't think I'd ever get to that stage.
We should do a live stream of Revenge of the Sith.
1,000 subs later.
You know, just after
One
when
of these
we do
days.
Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
4K subs, and we have over 100 people watching. It's just
It's a great
mind-blowing.
ratio.
Mind blowing.
No.
And 100
And-
people are disappointed that you put the chat as number one. What the?
I
Okay.
think there's some people in the chat that seem to be pretty receptive. I think they're very appreciative. Now, some of them are just being funny, but I think they honestly do appreciate the fact
Okay.
that you appreciate them. They're
I'm-
good
They
people.
deserve it.
These
They
are good
deserve it.
people.
Well, I've said many times before, one of the main reasons why I love doing this is because I know you guys like it.
God,
And
get off that, will you? Just carry on. What is number one, for God's sakes? Come on.
this is number one.
Jesus. The chat.
Yes. Oh, isn't Ian
No.
a grumpy bastard?
Not a grumpy bastard. I just expect more from you, Ian. More.
You know what? We should have like a top 10 catchphrases of the Mr. Brown Alliance channel.
Number
I
one-
wonder
I'm
where
just
its
pointing
shit
with
is going to
you, Ian.
rank.
That'd be
Number
number
one.
Number one.
Number
Okay.
one.
Okay, chat question then. Is Ian correct? Or is Ian correct?
Correct.
Run a poll.
Is Ian Brown
Okay.
correct or Ian David Diaz correct?
So, okay.
B
so,
for Brown, D for Diaz?
So,
Maybe?
if I'm correct,
Mm.
me, say, look at that. If Grumpy Bollocks is correct, say it's shit. So the question is,
You know what?
They're
If
putting a B
lazy
for
bollocks,
Brown.
if lazy bollocks is right, then yeah, put that on. He's calling me
Fucking
grumpy
hell,
bollocks.
Ian. What the
I
fuck?
call you
Oh!
lazy bollocks. You're so freaking lazy, man.
Packers just got
Chat,
another
number
touchdown.
one. What's that all about?
Woo! Go, Pack, go.
look at that.
Look at that.
Brownies, I am right occasionally. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I've not, for the first time ever, I'm not seeing any. It's shit.
Well, never mind.
I think you're wrong, mate. Well,
Yeah, Ian, as much as I love you, I've got to have Brown's back on this one at least. So
It's not the first time I've been wrong.
well, you know, if you've ever been in a long-term relationship, I'm sure you're used to it. So.
I would just say, if these mofos in the chat weren't here, it'd be definitely a different place. Be just us talking shite to nobody.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
you know
think
what?
it'd
that's
last very
kind of
long,
how
would
it started at first.
Yeah, it
because
was just us talking
when
bollocks.
I found you guys, because I think I found you through another YouTube chat,
Mhm.
and I saw that you were actually streaming. I didn't know you were streaming, so I hopped into that chat, and then I got a message from you like, "Would you like to come on?" And this is when we had like maybe
Yeah.
5 to 10 people, and we were
Yeah,
just talking and interacting in the chat. And I was like, "Okay, sure, why not? This seems like a chill, pretty, intellectual discussing panel. Not so much anymore.
we
but
are all mofos together.
that's right.
Yeah, with a common cause. Yes.
Yeah.
So all I can say then, so it's the chat, folks. You just give us joy, laughter, sometimes pain, especially when you're ripping the piss out of me. But I am a boomer. But anyway, okay. So R2, correct? Yes, no?
Oh yeah, this is the best damn chat on YouTube. Love you all.
Ian, yes,
What?
correct, no?
Sorry, what? Sorry, what was the question?
Was
What was
this
the question?
correct choice, number one?
No, obviously not.
Okay. Z?
Rip Calculon.
Oh, that was 2 years ago now, wasn't it?
I know it's still going strong.
2 years ago. Rip Calculon, yeah. Reni, correct?
No, I
Yes?
totally agree. This is like the best chat
Thanks,
ever.
Reni.
They've got a great sense of humor. They're not like, you can joke with them and have a dry sense of humor and be super sarcastic, and they're not going to be like, well, fuck you, I'm never coming back. They like totally interact very well. I thoroughly enjoy all the conversations I have with them whenever I'm in the chat. So, and they're super supportive of you. They keep coming back for more, which means they must enjoy what
no.
you're doing. And they leave comments because you asked them to after the show. That's really awesome. These people are super loyal, super supportive, and I just can't say enough good things about them. I have never seen a chat that is just so great. So I really can't say enough of that. I think
this one's for
they're
you,
awesome.
Reni. Do you mind me? I think this one's for you.
It's a Jamalamas? Yeah. So like oh gosh. Hand jobs for everyone. Well, that's going to be you, Brown. You need to give hand jobs for super chats. I was looking at Jamalamas. It says, "Holy shit, go Packers!" So yes, Green Bay is winning by 25 points, but it doesn't mean anything.
Do believe we have some super chats. Z, available, mate?
Super
I
chat.
am. Hooligan S3 for $9.99 says, "Here's some chat shill money." Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That was so chill.
Dr. Iceman for €2. Chat is indeed the best in the world. Z, available, mate? Please.
I am. Edward Senior for $10 says, "Don't forget the fig, mate." What's the fig?
Yeah, what's the Vig? Sorry.
That's the bit that the bookkeeper takes off the top.
God, you're brainy, you.
Don't know what that is.
A bookkeeper, like as in gambling,
As a
person that places the bets for you.
God, you're
The
brainy.
bookkeeper.
And like
From
will
the
break their knees
Untouchables.
if you don't pay them their money. Yeah.
The bookkeeper from the Untouchables.
Here you go. Romeo, Tango, November, Zulu for $2 New Zealand dollars. Number one, Brown Alliance hit 4K subs. Alliance assemble.
Oh, that's cute.
Alliance assemble.
They never said that in the Avengers movies, and that always pissed me off.
No, he did. He said it in the
In
last one.
Endgame.
Yeah, but
Very
it was
last
like
Endgame.
a symbol.
No, it wasn't.
It was so fucking weak. Oh, you're right. That was like at the very
Weak.
that was at the very like last like Endgame, which was the shittiest Avengers movie ever. But like the first movie they didn't say it, the second one they alluded to it. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? So
But
yes.
he did loads of takes, didn't he? Saying that's the one they fell on. He went Avengers, and he went assemble, and they all went
ASMR version.
Yeah.
assemble. Yeah. So I mean, it was. I thought there were some really nice bits in that last film, but I agree, it's not the best one.
Yeah.
Peace or Utter Destruction has sent me $5. No message, but it's Captain Kirk.
Wow,
says,
no
"Peace
strings, no
or
hand job needed.
utter
That's pretty nice.
destruction." That's what he said.
And Tom for £2. That's allegedly real money, folks.
Shout out
out
the
to the mods.
Yeah.
Hail the mods.
Hail the mods.
Okay, so that I do believe was numero uno, everybody. The chat.
The chat has spoken.
Hail to the chat.
Okay.
Now, you had on the quote unquote bag of dicks that you compiled, you had the golden bin on there. Do you have like a golden like mention on this one?
No.
Weak.
Okay. So, are there any honourable mentions, folks?
Well,
so, yes, no.
I-
Obviously,
Well, yeah.
Reacher was one.
Yeah,
Reacher,
Reacher for
definitely.
sure for me. I cannot believe that's such an awesome show.
Yeah, chat. Any honourable mentions? And I'll flash them up.
I greatly enjoyed the live action One Piece that got introduced this year. I know that one's come up a lot. A lot of people have mentioned that. Really, really enjoyed that show. I had seen some of the anime before that. It was not something I had really gotten into. Several hundreds of episodes to watch through, but the live action One Piece was really enjoyable. It's really well done. The actors that they chose for it, for those different parts, were just absolutely perfectly cast, and it had a nice, fun, family-friendly story. It was really good, and we enjoyed it. My family, we all watched it together. My son is reading the manga now. He's several hundred chapters in at this point. It was a really good show. It was really impressive. I hope that Netflix continues to back that show and doesn't decide to walk away from it after a couple of seasons like they tend to do with a lot of their stuff.
Z, any honourables?
No.
I was quite surprised you didn't mention the creator because you liked the creator, didn't you, Ian?
Yeah.
I love sci-fi. It looked amazing. Perhaps the depth of the story was a little lacking.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a longer cut. Maybe the longer cut would have been fleshed out a lot more. Maybe that's the version I would have liked to have watched.
Well, one of the movies that people kept ranting about, and I saw it and I thought it was just all right, didn't deserve all that praise, was The Killer with what's his name?
Yeah, a couple of peeps have said, yeah.
And everybody kept going out, oh yeah, it's really good. It's really thoughtful and stuff like that. I'm like, it was slow. It was slow. It was enjoyable, but it was really slow. And that's what I think of it. I didn't think it was that great or anything like that. But, you know,
Blue Eye Samurai.
I loved it. That should have been number
That
one.
was brilliant. Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely great.
Absolutely
yeah, really
amazing.
good. Yeah, really good.
That's next up on my list after I finish Arcane. I'm gonna get started on that one.
I did enjoy Futurama. It was good to see Futurama back.
And
they hadn't gone down.
What about John Wick 4?
I enjoyed Extraction 2 more than I enjoyed John Wick.
Oh, of course,
I enjoyed
Extraction 2.
John Wick 4.
That was quite good. Extraction 2. I really liked that
Yeah,
one.
I
Even though
enjoyed
it
it.
was a bit silly that he came back to life. Sorry.
That 25-minute one shot on the train.
Oh yeah,
That
it was great.
Was really cool.
Here you go, Drew Gordon. The Killer was the best comic book movie of the year. It's based on a French comic.
Oh, interesting.
And it was all right though. A lot of people ranted and raved about it and said it was deep and all that. And I'm like, well, you know, it was all right. It wasn't great. It was all right.
Utter Destruction. Asteroid City was weird, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was okay. What about that one you guys liked? The one with Tetris.
Yeah, a few of the
Tetris?
peeps have said Tetris.
Tetris was,
that was all right.
Anything else?
Napoleon.
Fast and Furious X because of Jason Momoa bringing the Joker for the Fast franchise. Here you go. Creator on D+ 17th.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, isn't that the movie
Killer
that Brown
basic.
was looking forward to like forever?
Yep.
He was like, "Oh, it's gonna be so good."
Oh, I'm not having a very good year. Mega Spider-Man, Guardians 3 for me. Nothing set my world on fire otherwise. Not from 2023.
Yeah, it was all a bit meh, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but yeah. Overall, I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first two. It all kind of went downhill from the first one. The second one was good, but not as good. The third one still had some enjoyable bits, but there was a bunch in the middle there that was just so pointless.
Oh, what about Sound of Freedom? That came out last year. That was all right.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
What about the Dave Chappelle special?
Yeah, that was good.
Anybody see that?
Like that? Yeah, I saw that.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
I enjoyed the Arcane season 2 trailer. That was really good.
Highlight of 2023.
You reckon?
You got
There
it.
wasn't
Well
really anything out. I mean, there were small films. Well, when there were small films, but there wasn't really anything out really on 2023. Let's face it.
Oh, Franco's calling you out.
I've still
Those
not seen
broken
Guardians
hearts.
3. Is it worth a watch?
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a solid 6 out of 10.
It is.
I enjoyed John
just-
Wick. Yeah, it's
I
silly
just
at times.
didn't- I don't know. I feel like now this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies aren't as great as they're made out to be. They're entertaining, yes, but I don't know. I like the first one. Wasn't really too much into the second one. I'm not a big fan of Benicio del Toro, and his acting was shit. So I didn't even watch the third one, to be honest.
Anything else?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Iceman Sound of Freedom was bad.
I thought it was okay. Yeah, I thought it was okay.
It depends on who you talk to. Some people say it's great, and some people say it sucks. I haven't seen it.
A couple of people have said this. Hold on, sorry, chat moved up. Where are we? Sorry, I'm boomerang. Sisu.
Yeah, that was good. I like that one.
What's that about?
It's an action film.
yeah,
The guy
but-
that with the gold and stuff.
And we had The
Yeah.
Last of Us. That was a thing, wasn't it?
The Last
Oh,
of Us,
yeah.
no. Yeah, that
That
existed.
happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Anything else?
Yeah,
What
say
about Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just as TV wise. I mentioned it earlier. The streaming series on Apple TV Plus, that Silo. I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah, I never saw it. Was it
yeah.
good?
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, and I had read one of the books. There's multiple books in the series, and I think they did a really good job adapting it for television. It was good.
Marvel's
What about-
disappointment?
What about Luther, the TV? It was a movie, but it was on.
Was it
Netflix.
Fallen
Yeah.
Angel? Or,
I thought that
I
was
enjoyed it.
dumb, but it was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be probably a little
no.
bit of an
no.
immature thing, but
Oh no.
has anybody seen Rick and Morty season 7? And if so, what did you guys think of it? I've only seen the first episode and I thought it was hilarious, but I was having issues streaming it, so just curious.
Yeah,
if
I don't
anybody
have any of
liked
the
it.
services. I don't have any of the services to watch it right now. So
Yeah, I don't
eventually,
have
I'm sure I'll get
Max,
around to seeing
and-
it.
Also, Ghosted came out last year as well, and I haven't seen it because I love the anus. I love.
Oh
her.
yeah.
And
You
if
love
anybody,
the anus.
Yeah,
That's
he loves
right.
the anus. The
if
anus, yeah.
if anybody is it ooh-ahing, could they send it to me, please? Ghosted.
It was so bad I didn't even bother.
Oh, is it
ooh-ahing.
terrible? Oh, it's
Yeah.
a shame. I like her though. I think she's
yeah.
lovely.
I like Iceman's
anus.
runner up that we had here.
What's that?
James Corden going away.
That's a good one because he is a real piece of shit sometimes.
Z available, mate.
Eggs BT for £10. Bloody hell, 10 quid. Enjoy your
money.
tonic water.
I will.
Flat.
It'll be carbonated.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
Also, what came and went was Equalizer 3 with
Still not seen
Denzel
it.
Washington.
Yeah,
I was
wanted to see that.
disappointed.
Yeah.
It was okay. I was just disappointed in it.
Is that it
Right.
then, folks? Do we think?
Yeah, just
Don't know
just
if
a
anybody
couple of
can
the
remember anything else.
celebrities we lost in 2023.
What was
Uh,
that?
Matthew Perry,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
David
yeah.
McCallum, Shane McGowan,
Hmm.
Jerry Springer.
Wow,
Wow.
Tim
James Springer,
Hannabom.
Yeah. Tim.
Yeah.
Tim. Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor, Tina Turner,
Mm. Wow.
and Pee Wee himself.
Wow.
Yeah. Paul Rubens.
Crazy.
Ooh.
Crazy world.
Dang it.
48-16. It's a good spread.
Hmm.
Sorry, Green Bay's winning. Woo!
Rest in peace, Tim. Yeah. Here we go. Matthew Perry. There you go. Yes.
Yeah,
Cardinal
Cardinal
sin.
sin.
Yeah. Shame.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I
Hmm.
think that is it. I will say, chat, the reason why you were number one because you got us to the finishing line.
No,
You
that's not the
finished Brown
reason
off,
why.
chat. You
You're
finished
amazing,
That's
chat.
not the
Easy
reason
grunt.
why. The reason why the chat is number one.
Chat, you're amazing.
Brown could not think of anything to be number one. That's why you're number one.
No, I honestly,
There is that.
I honestly believe that Brown did intend to put chat in there somewhere. So I do
Maybe.
believe that. But as far as him forgetting
It was
shit,
from the
there is
heart,
that
folks.
as well.
Yes.
From the heart,
Yes,
folks.
chat. Always remember that Brown will give you one.
Yes. And there's 103 of them right now, so get
And
busy,
on that
Brown.
bombshell. Okay. So I think that is it, folks. Chat, you are wonderful. You already know that. Apologies for the arcane. I must have just fucking zoned out. Never mind. So, chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the super chats. And as always, thank you for the interaction. Thank you, my friends. I will thank the guests from the bottom. Reni L.
Hey, thanks for having me on as always. Always great chatting with you, lovely fellow panel members, and I guess Brown as well. And then, just kidding, Brown. And then,
I know you
and
are.
chat, you guys are awesome. So none of us knew that he was going to put you number one on the list or on
It
the
was a
list. So that's
surprise.
pretty sweet of him, and it does come from the heart, I promise. So.
Thank you, Reni.
Yeah.
I know you've got my back. Thank you.
Brown hasn't got a heart, so there you go.
It's a swinging brick.
He's falling out of his ass, is why.
Z-3PO. Thank you, my friend.
I love being a power bottom.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Professor Artoo. Cheers, my friend.
Oh, cheers. Hey, number one on my list for 2023, finding this channel and all you lovely people. It's been a
Stop sacking
great
that
part
up.
of my
Oh, Ian,
2023
you're
and
such
going
a-
on. Yep.
R2 is actually a
And-
pleasure bot for Brown.
And
Oh.
last but by no means least, he is the wise elder of the channel, allegedly.
Yeah.
Fully paid up member of the Selfridges
Selfridges.
Appreciation Society. Old grumpy bollocks himself, the mega geek, Ian David Diaz. Cheers, in.
No worries, guys. And I'm only joking about the chat, obviously. So you're welcome, chat.
I think that is it then, folks. Possibly we might be back tomorrow because of lots of kind of newsy stuff going on this week in the Twattersphere. So I'll put the feelers out, see if we can get some guests. If so, we'll do kind of a bonus musings.
Or you can do it on Wednesday.
Possibly. But it's Ruin Wednesday, isn't it? So anyway, okay. I think that's it, folks. Hopefully back tomorrow. If not, definitely back on Wednesday. If we don't see you Wednesday, definitely back at the weekend. Have a great week, everybody. Take care. Take care.
Brown will see you
Adios.
on the street.